Hi, I'm Jeff with the WAC Submittals team. Today we're going to look at Aubrey's new kitchen layout. He sent over a photometric request to figure out if he has enough light in his kitchen and to see if he has chosen the right fixtures. We get these requests a lot at WAC, including takeoffs, photometrics, crosses from other products, general layouts, or just general help understanding and applying our systems. The first step is going to be to recreate his space. He's given us a PDF with his dimensions, and CAD files are much easier to start with if available, but because it's a do-it-yourself remodel, Aubrey didn't have one, and that's no problem. I can start from scratch anyway. As you can see, I'm putting in some cabinets and a refrigerator and texturing as such before I put the lights in to do his photometric study. So here's our room with none of the lights on, nice and dark of course. Aubrey chose the Oculux series for both his downlighting and his oversync application, so let's see what it looks like when you turn those on. Now, there's his Oculux 3.5 inch over the floor. He has two Oculux 1 inch over the sink, and as you can tell from the lighting already, bit of a hot zone over the sink. He's going to want to put a dimmer on those. But overall, general lighting is going to be very good. There is nice foot candles on the floor, a decent value, somewhere between 25 and 31. As you can see when we turn on our numerical values here, 25 on the floor. Definitely a hot spot in the sink there, about 110, which will want to be either tuned down with a dimmer or only having a single fixture there. But he seems to be missing light on the countertop. So if we turn on our countertop lights, our under cabinet, I put Pro tape. I believe it's Pro 1. As you can see, a couple feet there, a couple feet on the right, a couple feet on the left. The heat map of that looks pretty good too. There's definitely, I had to cheat a little bit and put some extra tape over there, so that number is going to be slightly lower, and I would explain that to him in the final process. But overall, definitely decent counter lighting. You want in a task area 30 to 50 so that you can have adequate lighting for cutting your vegetables and washing your hands and all sorts of things. And all the way around, tape is a good choice. The last thing on Aubrey's list was his optional cove lighting. He wasn't sure if he was going to put a cove in or not. And in doing so, I decided to put one in for him. And cove lighting, of course, nice accent, very bright in the ceiling. Does still provide enough light to at least walk through the kitchen. Overall, the ceiling is, of course, going to be a little toasty, somewhere around the 50-60 area. And that's also Pro 1 tape on the ceiling. But when you turn the numbers on, you're getting 4 or 5 on the floor, which is, again, you can walk into the kitchen with that. But overall, the cove lighting is, of course, more for aesthetic purposes versus actual functionality. And here it is with all the lights on. As you can see, we're getting plenty on the floor, somewhere between 30 and 40. Our countertops are very well lit, and he's definitely going to want a dimmer, and I will, of course, tell him that once I put the final package together. And overall, the process looks pretty good. He has decent shadowing. Kind of see here on the pan across that nice kitchen layout. Turn the heat map on. Again, hot on the countertop. We can turn that down if he wishes. And you put the numbers in. And of course I can put all this together in a submittals package for you and label accordingly.